Today we're going to be talking about 2 simple tools that you can use to boost your happiness in under 5 minutes. Over the years, I've looked at different tools. I've recommended this to my coaching clients, and what we've noticed is that when they're not being practiced, it's very easy to get in a kind of not so great mood or have a bad attitude, have a negative view on life. But when practiced, it can increase your levels of happiness, boost your self-confidence, and have a much more positive view and easier to see all the good in your life. And they are pretty simple, but my goal would be not only to share these 2 practices, but give you a couple of hacks and tips throughout the video sprinkled in that kind of have helped me and my clients make it a little bit more succinct and easier to practice in their lives. So what are they? The first one is actually gratitude. It's been said so many different times, and I know Oprah Winfrey had mentioned that as soon as she opens her eyes in the morning and as soon as she wakes up, she thinks about all the things that she's grateful for and all of her blessings, and she couldn't imagine another way to start her day. And I just say to you, instead of picking up your phone right away and getting pulled into the world, checking messages, etc., what if you started your day with gratitude, maybe just thinking of one thing when you first wake up in the morning, and see what happens, see what difference that makes in your life. And I know I started writing in a gratitude journal, but at first, I'll be honest, it was a little mechanical, and I didn't think it really did much. When you just do it mechanically, it doesn't really work. And so one hack I found that made a big difference for me in that was this real quick exercise, which is to pause what you're doing, take a moment or 2, close your eyes, think about what it is that you are grateful for, put your hands over your heart, and really feel into that gratitude just for a few seconds. It only takes a minute or 2. And in fact, did that this morning as a quick example. Was watching a different YouTube video while I was eating my breakfast. I was like, wait, something feels a little off. So I stopped the video, stopped eating, closed my eyes, and just thought about, thank you for my breakfast, these eggs, this toast, and this chicken sausage, and my coffee. I'm really grateful to have breakfast and such delicious items. And instantly I already felt a small boost of happiness there. And the second practice is actually recognizing your wins. Again, really, really simple, not rocket science here at all. But I find that, again, it not only boosts your confidence, but it helps you see all the progress you're making in lots of different areas of your life. So the wins could not just encompass work-related things, but relationship-related things, personal things, other things you want to work on. And our brains are designed to really help us keep us safe, and so they're always going to be looking for what's going on that's wrong, what could go wrong, and so it kind of has this tendency to look at all the negative, but that doesn't really help our happiness levels. Thank your brain, give it a quick dose of gratitude to say, hey, I appreciate you keeping me safe and doing your job, but then make sure you're writing down what those wins are. In fact, I had created a 2-pager tool. One has instructions, one is the actual tool, called the Daily Happiness Formula, as well as some other tips in there, and it'll keep you on track. So I'll put it in the link below. Another thing to remember is that it's never too late to start the practices, let alone if you fall off the bandwagon like my clients and I have in the past, that's totally okay. Just get back on it, and you can always make up for it. So for example, one time when I was traveling, I started to get irritated. I didn't really know why, and I hadn't been practicing my gratitude or celebrating my wins or even recognizing my wins over the past few days. So now I actually take a travel gratitude journal with me, something smaller, to keep me on track with that. But I still forget, and I did that this last trip, and so you can easily make up for it. So for example, I'll then write in my gratitude journal all the things I could remember in the last 2 days that I was grateful for. And another quick hack or tip is as soon as you start to get irritated, see if you can challenge yourself to think of 50 things that you are grateful for. But if you're just starting out with a gratitude practice, just pick 2, 3, maybe 5 things a day to write down what you're grateful for. If you're starting to feel a little bit irritated, this is most effective when you're starting to feel just a little bit annoyed. If you're already in a bad mood, then I recommend doing something physical or calling a friend, something that's going to boost your mood, or need a cup of coffee or tea, and Then once you're slightly boosted from that, come back and try the challenge of thinking of 50 things that you're grateful for. And you'll find is after you reach 15 or 20, it's a little harder. Now that might take a couple more minutes, but it's totally worth it because your brain's gonna do its best to think of all those things and really dig deep to do that. And you'll find that you are gonna have a slightly better mood because of it. Just as a reminder, there are 3 main benefits of these 2 practices of gratitude and, recognizing your wins. The first is that it's something you can refer back to and have a snapshot of what was going on in your life at the time. Number 2, you actually get to relive the appreciation and the good feelings that brought to you. And number 3, it's a positive reinforcement tool to encourage you to keep doing these practices, keep you going. And my last bonus tip is that sometimes someone close to you or might do something kind or does an extra chore without being asked or has some fun win in their life that you can celebrate with them on. That might be a reason for your gratitude entry of what you are grateful for. So that particular tip would be to communicate that to that individual. It's great to do it verbally and be very specific about it. But even better is in a handwritten note, or on a Post-it note before they go off to school or work or whatever. Or your friend of you give you a boost when you need the support through a phone call, writing them a note and sending it in the snail mail. It's just a really nice touch. And it's going to help strengthen whatever relationship you have. Or actually, a separate video I did on top 10 things you can do to improve any relationship and top 10 gratitude hacks. So if you want to go deeper on it, feel free to check out those videos if it's helpful. And do remember to grab your free copy of the Daily Happiness Formula to try these practices, remind yourself, and keep you on track with that. And if you want to go deeper on any of these, remember I'm a resource, personal and professional life coach who's here to help my clients have less overwhelm, more balance in their lives. And I would love to know how this goes for you. Test it out. Please share how it went in the comments. If this is helpful, please do like and subscribe. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next video.